Governor Newsom says a bill he just signed empowers more than 500,000 California fast food workers.
Every time you order a Big Mac or grab a quick Taco Bell run, you're part of an industry that just witnessed the largest minimum wage experiment in American history. California's fast food sector, an industry employing over 500,000 workers across the Golden State. More than 38,000 restaurants serving millions daily. But between September 2023 and September 2024, something catastrophic happened. Nearly 20,000 jobs vanished. Not slowly, gone in less than a year. How did a law designed to help workers manage to destroy the very opportunities it promised to protect? The answer reveals something deeply troubling about good intentions colliding with economic reality. California's fast food industry isn't just big, it's massive. Over 557,000 workers before the law hit. Chains like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and Chipotle blanketing every city. These aren't just corporate giants counting profits. Behind every counter stands someone's first job, a teenager learning work ethic, a single parent covering rent, an immigrant building a new life. One industry, millions of daily transactions, the backbone of entry-level employment across America's most populous state. That accessibility just got shattered by Assembly Bill 1228. It started with a promise. California lawmakers looked at fast food workers struggling with sky-high living costs and saw injustice. Workers at major chains earned $16 an hour while inflation devoured paychecks and rent climbed beyond reach. The solution seemed obvious. Force big corporations to pay more. Governor Gavin Newsom signed AB 1228 into law in September 2023, mandating that fast food workers at chains with over 60 locations would earn $20 per hour starting April 1, 2024, a historic 25% wage increase overnight. The largest single minimum wage jump in recent American history. Advocates celebrated. Worker rights groups called it justice. The companies stayed silent. They were already calculating the damage. Here's what makes this different. California didn't just raise wages gradually. They targeted one specific industry with razor-thin profit margins. The average fast food restaurant operates on margins between 2 and 6%. Labor costs typically consume 30% of revenue. Now imagine that expense jumping 25% instantly. The math was brutal. Every franchise owner ran the same calculation. Pay dramatically more per employee, or find ways to operate with fewer employees. Most chose survival over sentiment. Then came April 1, 2024. Implementation Day. Wages jumped from $16 to $20. Workers who kept their jobs saw bigger paychecks, but thousands never got that chance. Before the law even activated, the bleeding started. Pizza Hut franchisees Puck Pizza and Southern California Pizza Company laid off over 1,200 delivery drivers in February 2024. These weren't greedy corporations. These were franchise owners who calculated they couldn't afford $20 per hour delivery drivers when DoorDash and Uber Eats could handle deliveries with independent contractors not covered by the new law. One policy change wiped out an entire job category overnight. By June 2024, just 2 months after implementation, California's fast food industry had lost 10,700 jobs. Stanford University researchers watched the numbers plummet. But that was just the beginning. As September 2024 arrived, total job losses reached 19,102 positions. That's a 3.3% employment collapse in an industry that had been growing steadily before AB 1228. Among those nearly 20,000 jobs, 15,988 disappeared after April 1st, when the wage hike activated. Compare that to the rest of America. Fast food employment grew nationally during the same period. California moved in the opposite direction. Let's break down. Who got hurt? Entry-level workers. The very people the law claimed to protect. Before AB 1228, a kid with no experience could walk into a McDonald's and land their first job. learn punctuality, customer service, responsibility. Now, those opportunities are vanishing. Restaurant owners facing $20 wages stopped hiring inexperienced workers who need training. Hours got slashed too. Workers who kept their jobs found schedules cut from 30 hours weekly to 25 or less. Higher hourly wages meant nothing when weekly paychecks stayed flat because shifts disappeared. Workers demanded higher pay and got fewer hours instead. Fast food prices exploded. Customers walking into California Burger Kings saw prices jump 2% almost immediately. Taco Bell raised prices 3%. Starbucks hit customers with 7% increases. Your dollar menu suddenly cost $1.25. UC Berkeley researchers found that California fast food prices rose 3.7%, while prices elsewhere increased more modestly. Who absorbs those higher costs? Working families trying to feed kids on tight budgets. The same people the law aimed to help now pay more for fast food while facing fewer job opportunities. Higher wages led to higher prices, which led to reduced customer traffic, which led to more job cuts. Here's where it gets worse. Automation accelerated dramatically. California's wage hike fundamentally changed how fast food operates. Walk into a McDonald's in Los Angeles today, and you'll find sleek touchscreen kiosks where cashiers used to stand. Wendy's rolled out automated ordering systems across California locations. Chipotle expanded digital ordering infrastructure. These weren't long-term plans executed naturally. These were desperate survival measures, deployed in direct response to AB 1228. Restaurant industry analysts reported a surge in orders for self-service kiosks and AI-powered drive-through systems starting in early 2024. The technology existed. The $20 wage requirement made it economically mandatory. Consider the worker perspective. Automation doesn't just eliminate jobs. It eliminates opportunity. A teenager who might have started at the counter, learned the business, and worked up to shift supervisor now faces a kiosk blocking that pathway. The fast food industry has always been America's training ground. First jobs, management experience, entrepreneurship foundations. That latter just got kicked away from thousands of young Californians who needed that first rung. Some restaurants simply closed. Between April 2024 and late 2024, over 1,040 fast food locations in California shut down permanently. Struggling franchises operating on thin margins couldn't absorb the wage shock. Jack in the Box announced up to 200 store closures. Arby's closed 14 California locations. Wendy's shuttered hundreds of underperforming stores, with California disproportionately affected. The closures compound the damage. Workers lose jobs and entire communities lose access to affordable food options. California's business climate made everything worse. The $20 wage didn't exist in a vacuum. California already burdened businesses with the highest costs in America. Compare California to Texas. Texas has no corporate income tax. 0. California charges 8.84%. Energy costs in California run 30 to 50% higher than national averages. Commercial real estate costs double or triple compared to similar markets elsewhere. Every year, California fast food operators were bleeding money just to keep doors open. The $20 minimum wage transformed bleeding into hemorrhaging. The ripple effects spread beyond restaurants. Food distributors serving California chains, so orders drop as restaurants closed. Dairy farmers in California's Central Valley lost major customers. Trucking companies scrambled to fill empty routes. Packaging companies, cleaning services, equipment maintenance firms all watched revenue decline. 20,000 lost fast food jobs actually translate to tens of thousands of affected workers across related industries. When the restaurant closes, the distributor's driver loses work. When the distributor cuts routes, the farmer loses sales. The damage cascades. Economists remain sharply divided. Progressive researchers at UC Berkeley claim the wage increase boosted worker income without significant job losses. Conservative think tanks like the Employment Policies Institute countered with data showing nearly 20,000 jobs lost and accelerating automation. The Cato Institute documented a 3.2% employment decline. Pepperdine University found over 23,000 jobs lost. The debate rages, but workers who lost jobs don't care about academic arguments. They care about paychecks that stopped coming. California isn't finished. The newly created Fast Food Council was considering raising the minimum wage again to $20.7 per hour for 2025. That's another 3.5% increase, just 1 year after the devastating $20 jump. If the wage climbs higher, job losses will accelerate. More automation, more closures, fewer opportunities. Unelected bureaucrats could impose additional wage increases without voters having a say. The bigger picture extends beyond California. Other progressive states watch this experiment closely. New York, Massachusetts, Washington, and Oregon all have active labor movements pushing for similar increases. If California's model spreads, fast food employment nationwide could face similar devastation. The battle over California's fast food wages is really a battle over the future of low-skill employment across America. What happens to a Big Mac changes everything. Jobs, communities, families, they all feel it. California promised its fast food workers justice and delivered pink slips instead. Nearly 20,000 jobs gone, prices higher, automation replacing humans, entry-level opportunities disappearing. The workers the law aimed to protect ended up victims of good intentions, meeting hard reality. Some economists argue the industry will adapt.